You're watching New News on Fox 11.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Erin Brown. Well, breaking news in the Russia investigation, former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is agreeing to cooperate with Robert Mueller's investigation. This after he pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI about meetings he held with the Russian ambassador. Blaine Alexander is in Washington with the very newest developments.
Michael Flynn arrived at federal court this morning in D.C.
And it's a busy day on Capitol Hill. Senate Republicans are scrambling to get the needed votes to pass their tax cut bill. The vote could have come last night, but was delayed regarding some concerns. Edward Lawrence joins us from the nation's capital with more on where the effort to pass the bill currently stands.
The Senate will come to order.
Republican senators go back to work to try and pass their tax cut bill. At issue, a new report showing it adds $1 trillion to the national deficit.
President Trump tweeted this morning saying Republican senators are working hard to pass the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country. He goes on to say Democrats are trying to block the bill because, quote, they think it's too good and will not be given the credit, end quote. At this point, it's still unclear when the final vote will happen. And an undocumented immigrant charged in the 2015 killing of a woman on a San Francisco pier has been found not guilty. The jury reached the verdict last night in Kate Steinle's death. Jose Garcia Zarate was found not guilty on homicide charges, but the jury did convict him of being a felon in possession of a firearm. Zarate was accused of fatally shooting Steinle in the lower back with a handgun as she and her father walked on San Francisco's Pier 14 in 2015. The defense attorneys called the verdict a victory, while the prosecution says they are disappointed.
The verdict that came in today was not one we were hoping for, but I think it's unequivocal. Both sides gave it their all. Both sides had good lawyers in court. They presented the case the way that they did, and at the end of the day, it's the jury that determines what the verdict is. And the jury came back with the verdict that they did. We will respect that decision.
The case became the center of a national immigration debate when President Donald Trump cited it in his campaign in a bid to show that the country needs tougher immigration policies. Garcia Zarate had been deported 5 times and was wanted for a 6th deportation when Steinle was fatally shot. The president tweeted early this morning expressing anger over the not guilty verdict. He wrote, quote, the Kate Steinle killer came back and back over the weakly protected Obama border, always committing crimes and being violent. And yet this info was not used in court. His exoneration is a complete travesty of justice. Build the wall, end quote. And back here at home, authorities need your help finding a suspected arsonist after a piece of furniture was set on fire at the Club Calneva Casino downtown. The Reno Fire Department and Secret Witness are both offering rewards for information. Authorities say the fire was ignited around 3 in the morning on Tuesday. They say the suspect is a white man and he was wearing a white long-sleeve shirt, dark pants, and white shoes that have 3 dark stripes on the side. Secret Witness is offering a $1,000 cash reward for information. If you saw anything or know anything about this case, you are asked to call 322-4900. And one person is dead after a crash on a highway near Tonopah. NHP says the crash happened just after 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon on Highway 6 and State Route 376. 2 vehicles were involved in the crash, and troopers say 2 other people were injured. The extent of their injuries is unknown. The details of the crash remain unknown at this time. And overnight lane closures are set to begin next week in northern Reno as NDOT crews work to fill cracks in the roads. NDOT says the lane closures will take place from December 3rd through mid-December on US 395. They will be in effect between North McCarran Boulevard and Golden Valley Road. Sections of US 395 will be reduced to 1 lane Sunday evenings through Friday mornings from 8 p.m. to 4 in the morning. NDOT maintenance staff will fill the cracks in the freeway surface to reduce water erosion and provide a smoother driving surface. And the Washoe County School District is looking to get more feedback from the public after the Wild Creek High School project cleared a major hurdle this week. At a town hall last night, school district officials heard from dozens of supporters and many people from the Save Wild Creek group. One current Hug High student spoke in favor of the new school because it would be more wheelchair accessible for his sister who has a disability.
So I do have siblings that are coming after me, two sisters and one brother, and they're going to go to Hug, and I want them to have the best education they can have.
On Tuesday, the school board voted to keep the project moving forward and also gave approval to continue negotiating with Washoe County for the land. And Christmas is quickly approaching, and what better way to get in the holiday spirits than heading up to Virginia City for Christmas on the Comstock. That's where we find Fox 11's Carson Bush-Jost. And Carson, events are already starting for the weekend.
Good afternoon, everyone. The holidays are here in Virginia City, going all out once again as Christmas on the Comstock 2017 is back. Right now I'm joined by Katie DeMuth.